is a patented and unique aerator design that has the ability of activating the sludge in a lagoon or pond over a 1 to 5 acre area per aerator. This video will demonstrate how this sludge activation takes place. The lagoon provides over 15 pounds of dissolved oxygen per hour, or 3.87 pounds per horsepower hour, to the water. It utilizes only 4 horsepower, or 3 kilowatts, to perform this unique capability. This aerator utilizes the weight of slow-moving water at the sludge level to continually roll water along the lagoon bottom, thereby eventually raising the sludge blanket enough to activate it. A side view of the lagoon aerator clearly visualizes the unique utilization of bubbles to perform these important functions. A single 2 horsepower regenerative blower provides the air which lifts over 9 million gallons of water per day through the unit. By deflecting these coarse bubbles against an inclined baffle, the water is set in motion at a very fixed and slow forward movement, approximately 25 feet in front of the aerator. The forward-moving water can no longer move on the surface due to the pressure of static mass of lagoon water, so with continuous pressure from behind, the water falls to the lagoon bottom. A second 2 horsepower blower feeds its air through 8 industrial-grade, non-membrane, sintered HDPE fine bubble diffusers. Because these 0.8 millimeter fine bubbles cannot rise through the turbulence of the moving water above them, they are carried for 25 to 35 feet underwater, diffusing large amounts of dissolved oxygen continuously into the water. In this drawing of an operating lagoon aerator, notice that the falling water, with a continuous weight of just over 3,000 pounds, falls through the fine bubble curtain, so when that water reaches the bottom, it is continuously adding dissolved oxygen to the sludge that is now fully activated and rising as an activated sludge blanket. Viewing this activation process in motion, it is clear that the moving water, as it drops onto the sludge, begins to move and fluidize the sludge until the water eventually reaches a bank or levee, and because of the continued motion and pull of water to the aerator, the moving water returns to again be lifted and provided forward motion. This continual tractive motion of the water along the bottom 24 hours per day will, within a number of days, raise a light activated sludge blanket that consists of indigenous aerated bacteria that can now digest the organic waste and gases from the sludge. At the same time, all the collected waste gases that were formerly trapped in the sludge are freed in order to oxidize and rise to the surface to escape from the water. Also notice that this constant flow of water along the bottom of the lagoon causes an undertow from the surface, a true vertical mix of the water column. This vertical flow of water destratifies the water, guaranteeing that the dissolved oxygen and temperature are consistent from top to bottom throughout the area of influence of the aerator. This same undertow from the surface eventually pulls floatable solids and blue-green algal scum off the surface and to the bottom where it can be biologically degraded. The vertical mix also thins the algae population during the day and serves to eliminate odor from the water. This top view of the action of the lagoon aerator clearly shows how the moving water pancakes to form a complete 180-degree forward motion, activating the sludge not only forward, but also to the sides of the aerator. Because all lagoons and ponds are bound by berms or levees, the water continues to move in all directions, keeping the sludge blanket lifted and activated, with the water moving back to and through the lagoon aerator. There is visual proof of many of these capabilities of the lagoon aerator in this video in the Taihape Wastewater Lagoon in New Zealand. Notice the angle of the aerator to the inlet pipe of the lagoon. Then, notice that the inlet pipe is flowing at the time of the video. Another 20 to 30 meters to the left of the pipe is an upwelling of sludge. This upwelling is the rebound of sludge from the weight of the water entering the lagoon from the inlet pipe. This video proves the 180-degree spread of sludge level water flow of the lagoon aerator. This 60-acre wastewater lagoon used a single lagoon aerator to degrade a number of sludge islands that had formed at the inlet of 4 towns' wastewater to the lagoon system. Because the lagoon aerator is only moving water along the bottom of the lagoon, The constant water movement at the sludge level will erode the base of the islands and collapse them. Then, the sludge makeup of the islands is distributed evenly along the bottom and activated. This picture shows the sludge islands clearly. This picture, taken 7 months following the installation of a single lagoon aerator, clearly shows that the islands have been totally eliminated. Finally, a satellite photograph of the same 60-acre lagoon, only 5 feet deep, when viewed in its entirety, clearly shows the inlet area of the lagoon. This photograph, taken only 7 months following the installation of a single lagoon aerator, shows a definitive area of gray that measures 4.77 acres. This gray area is activated sludge completely developed by the single lagoon aerator. A unique aeration technology is now available to the municipal and industrial waste lagoon and recreational pond industries. This new technology will provide energy savings to the lagoon and pond owners of up to 90%, reduce maintenance costs from 80 to 90%, and set back the need for sludge dredging for decades. With hundreds now in use in every corner of the world, small rural towns and industrial plants are realizing a new cost-efficient way to keep their lagoons in water quality compliance and save capital and operating expenses at the same time.